Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. I hope Sinnoh is going great for you as it's for me as well. So today I'm back with another video and this is going to be a different video and different team comp because I call this team too frequent because to counter the Pokemons that I have been facing in the Sinnoh Cup in the first day of the battles, and over here I've got a team of Gastrodon, Cresselia and Drapion. So Gastrodon acting as a lead, Cresselia as a closer or counter, and Drapion as a safe swap. So the reason I'm using this team is because in the first days of Sinnoh Cup meta rather, I see Frostlass, Empoleon, Drifblim, Drapion, Toxicroak, Bastidon, uh, all over the place, and Gastrodon can easily core break, beating Bastidon, Empoleon, Drapion, Toxicroak, etc. And since Gastrodon is a water ground type, it is going to take double super to damage from grass type. Where is in the picture? Drapion fits in perfect because Drapion can resist grass typings and have a great coverage moveset of Poison Sting, A.Tail and Crunch, which is great. But the thing is, a Gastrodon is completely hard-walled by Frostlass and Drifblim, mainly Drifblim, because of the Ghost and Flying typing, where the Mud Slap, Body Slap and Earth Power, everything resisted. So it's kind of a different and difficult matchup for that as well. But it's difficult but still playable, which is fine. And Cresselia, when it comes to Cresselia, I have chosen Cresselia over here because I see like many a times opponents running ground and water types in their backline, which is a very great disappointment from my end when I have a poison type onto my backline, which was not very great, or maybe a Basher in my backline, which was not very good. So that's the reason I have chosen Cresselia over here, and Cresselia is rocking the legacy move of Grass Knot, so it comes very handy when it comes to grass and water typing. So that's the reason I am choosing Cresselia over here. So for this team comp, I don't recommend you guys to use this team while climbing the ranks, but this is a very fun team that I have used, and the rating for this team is actually A, C and B, which is very much playable because it in the Sinnoh meta it has got a coverage of A and a bulk of A as well, which is fine. So that's the reason I'm using this team. So without further more delay, let's get straight into the battles and check out how this team performed. So getting into the first battle, so let's see what I've got in the lead. I've got a lead of Empoleon, which is great, and this is the reason I'm using this team comp, because to catch this Empoleons in the lead everywhere, Empoleon is just everywhere in this meta, so which is fine for me. And this is going to be a Hydro Cannon, so I'll be investing my first shield because Hydro Cannon will be doing a bit of neutral damage because I am water ground. And now from this range, I'll be going to throw one Body Slam to get the knockout for this Empoleon, or get the first shield, which in this case is knockout. And here comes the Drifblim. So this is a bit tricky over here because now I've got switch, but I have got shield lead advantage, which is fine. Since my opponent comes back with the Drifblim, I can easily let my Gastrodon go down over here and come back with my Drapion, which has a great counter to Drifblim as well with Crunch. So this is going to be one more Icy Wind, which I'll not shield this time. Yeah, it's Icy Wind, which is fine, and they have got a Toxicroak onto their back. So the team, the Pokemon that I was mentioning in the introduction, so over here the team comp is like that only, because my opponent is running Toxicroak, Drifblim and Empoleon, so it's superb meta teams. So that's the reason I'm using this team comp to hard counter this meta teams. So now I'll be going ahead with my Grass Knot, to which I do get the shield from my opponent, which is fine. And now I'll be going for one more Grass Knot, which I believe I'll be getting my second like the final shield from my opponent also, which I do over here. And now from this range I'll be trying to sack swap my Drapion over here because I have a shield advantage in this scenario. So this is going to be one more icy wind, but I'll be throwing this crunch because I don't want my attacks to get more debuffed, because crunch will be enough to knock this Drifblim out, and they have got a loaded Toxicroak onto their back. So this is going to be a mud bomb, which I'll shield and go for the hit like neutral move of Aqua Tail, which will definitely knock this Toxicroak out from this range, and that's a good game for the first battle. GG's to my opponent. So now hopping into the next battle, I've got a lead of Empoleon again. So as you guys can see, right, so in the first two battles I've got a lead of Empoleon, and my opponent safe swaps into a Frostlass, which is a great safe swap in my opinion, and this is going to be Avalanche, to which I'll let my first shield go down. So building up to a bit more energy, I went for the Crunch, which will actually give me the first shield in return, and I get the debuff for my opponent with the defense spell, so which is fine. So this is going to be one more Avalanche, to which I'll invest my first shield, and doubling up on my crunch, I'll be going for back-to-back crunches, and let's see what my opponent decides to do over here. They let it go, which is fine for me, and they comes back with a Empoleon again. So for me, I believe this is going to be an Empoleon double ghost line. So there is a Drifblim onto their back, which is I read, and it's correct. Like, there is a Drifblim onto their back, so that's the reason I banked the energy onto my Drapion and like swapped out again into my own Gastrodon, because I want to align my Drapion with this Drifblim, because for the opponent's Empoleon I have got a very hard counter to that as well with my Cresselia, which I've got access to Grass Knot. So now I'll be coming back with my Drapion, which is loaded onto a Crunch, and this is going to be a Crunch which will definitely knock this Drifblim out from that range, and they have only their Empoleon onto their back. So this is going to be one more Hydro Cannon, which will definitely knock me out, and I've got a full health Cresselia to handle this. So now from this range, my win con over here is to get to 2 crunches, beg your pardon, 2 Grass Knot to get the knockdown for this Empoleon. But this is going to be a close matchup, because this Waterfall and Hydro Cannon does neutral and is adding up to this Cresselia as well. And I believe this was a CMP tie, which I win, and this is going to be one more Grass Knot to knock out this Empoleon and get the win for the second battle also. So GG's. Moving into the third battle, again I've got a great lead of Shadow Magmortar, which is fine, and since they safe swapped again into their Gastrodon, so I'll be hard countering them with my Cresselia, because Cresselia have got access to Grass Knot, and Grass Knot just one-shots the Gastrodon, as in this case, so that's a out to that Gastrodon. So now they comes back again with their Shadow Magmortar, which is a very spicy pick in this meta, and which is fine. And this Magmortar is actually running Karate Chop and Fire Punch, which is a great move set for my opinion, and I go for the hard-hitting move of Moonblast, which is resisted, but I do get the first shield to it, so which is fine. So this is going to be a Brick Bake, which is not great for me as well, because it is resisted because of the psychic typing onto the Cresselia. So now they have Empoleon onto their back, to which I do have a hard counter with my Gastrodon, because Empoleon is part steel and I am rocking Mud Slap, Body Slam and Earth Power onto my Gastrodon. So from this range, this is going to be a great battle, and my opponent just sees the writing on the wall and top lives the game. So that's the GG's. Moving into the fourth battle of the set, I've again got a good lead of Luxray over here, which does take super active damage because it's a pure electric type, and I'm using a rock type fast move, and they went for the Psychic Fangs. But they safe swapped again into their own Toxicroak, which is not a safe swap actually, because it does take super active damage from the Mud Slap, because it is part poison, and I do catch one Mud Bomb onto my Cresselia, which is fine for me. Actually, it was great, and I went for the Grass Knot to get the knockout for that Toxicroak as well. So my opponent comes back with a Luxray over here, and I believe the Luxray is using Crunch, and yes, it is using Crunch, but now I'll be getting to one more Grass Knot, and Luxray is quite squishy in this meta, so I believe I will be getting the first shield too, but my opponent does let it go. So I'm a bit concerned because they have got a Munchlax onto their back, but I have got so much loaded energy with my Gastrodon. I can unload this body slam spam and get the shield advantage. So I do get the shield with the first body slam, and now I'll be getting to one more body slam to get a bit of chip damage onto this bulky Munchlax. Now from this range, my opponent was trying to farm me down, but they realized that I'll be able to get to one more body slam, so they had to throw over here. So now I have my own Drapion with aligned with this Munchlax with a 2 shield advantage. So from this range, this is going to be a very good game, but I have to keep in mind that this Munchlax have got access to Bulldoze, which I shield correctly over here and go for the double Aqua Tail. So this is the first Aqua Tail which will get the shield, and the next Aqua Tail will get the knockout. So, and in turn giving me the win for the 4th battle as well. So that's a GG's. So hopping into the final battle of this set, I have got a lead of Drifblim in this case, which is a very hard lead loss, and I safe swapped into my Drapion over here. So as I've already mentioned, Drifblim is kind of scary with this team because the only answer to Drifblim is actually my Drapion, and to be honest, Cresselia does not have a very good play against Drifblim also, as it have got only neutral damage to hit with the Moonblast, and Grass Knot is also resisted. So after I landed the Crunch, they come back with a Toxicroak of their own, which is a great thing because now from that health, Cresselia won't be that much threatening. So from this range, I'll be coming back with my Gastrodon, and I will try to align my Cresselia with that Drifblim, because Gastrodon have got 0 play against the Drifblim because Mud Slap, Earth Power, Body Slam, everything is resisted, everything. So that's the reason I'll be aligning my Cresselia to it. And now they comes back with the Frost Lash, which is even more scary because my opponent team is actually double Ghost with Toxicroak, which is a very unusual team style. And since I landed the Moonblast with a very heavy neutral damage, I'll be shielding up this Shadow Ball also. So now I do have a win con because I have to land one more Moonblast onto this Drifblim, but I have to get a catch as well, which will be acting as my 3rd shield, and this is going to be a Moonblast which will get the final shield from my opponent, and this is going to be a Grass Knot. And since the opponent Drifblim is low, so it will be going down to 1 Grass Knot, and I do perfectly sack swapped my Gastrodon to catch a Shadow Ball onto the Gastrodon, and I do have a healthy Cresselia to get the farm down with Psycho Cut. So that's a win for the 5th battle also. And with that battle, I've got a 5-0 set with this team, which is very much surprising and great for me because the only goal for this team was to hard counter my opponents with Gastrodon, with Drapion and Cresselia, which I was successfully able to do and get the results for that. So let me know if you guys are using this team comp and how this is working out for you. So that's all for this video. See you guys in the next one, and till then, thanks, peace.